Today we are going to talk about what happened to the founders who created Twitch. We will start with one of the most beloved founders of Twitch, Justin Kan. He was the guy who live streamed his daily life on Justin TV. Justin was the literal face of Twitch before the Amazon acquisition. After leaving Twitch, Justin created Atrium, a startup with a goal to make legal services less expensive for startups. Atrium built software so a startup's legal team could do all their fundraising and collaborations on that piece of software.
It's kind of one of my superpowers. I think I also have a very deep well of confidence that, myself and the right people can build anything.
In 2 years, we raised $75 million, spent a lot of it. And then at the end of it, I decided this business isn't viable. And so we decided that we would shut down the company and return the capital, and I laid off 180 people. Obviously, that's not ideal.
It failed because Justin wasn't interested in building products for lawyers. After selling Twitch, Justin has abandoned the platform, allegedly. If you go to his website and see all the social media accounts he's promoting, we have YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and even Instagram, but no Twitch. His account on Twitch is still there, but he hasn't streamed in a long time. Luckily for most of us who mainly watch YouTube videos, Justin Kan became a YouTuber. He does videos about his time at Twitch, talks about being unhappy with his success, roasts startup frauds, brags about his newly acquired wealth, and getting his first tattoo. Justin also uses his YouTube channel to promote his new startup, Fractal.
Some gamers know fuck all about crypto. Sign in with Fractal is your key to start playing Web3 games in less than 30 seconds. Log in with your existing Google account. Start playing on any device, no Chrome extension, no mobile app. It's that simple. Sign in with Fractal.
He hopes it won't fail like his previous startup. This time, Justin's hired a CEO to take care of things for him at the startup while he focuses on sales and the other stuff he's good at.
You've said before that you didn't really want to be a founder ever again. Do some of those doubts still kind of stick with you sometimes?
But when I've said I don't want to be a founder again, I think what I've really said is I don't want to be the CEO of a company again, which I stand by. I don't want to be the CEO of a company again. Being the person who's ultimately responsible for the company, that's a huge amount of mental overhead and pressure. But I don't really like being the CEO of a company. So I didn't want to do work on product at all. I realized at this point in my life, I don't want to manage. I want to focus on what I'm great at. I'm great at evangelizing things, recruiting, and that means partnering with someone who is a better CEO than I will ever be. David Wirtz, a longtime friend of mine, who's the CEO of the company, and he's managing the team and he's the product lead. And I told him, hey, we should do what you think is important on the product side.
If you haven't been following along, Fractal is a marketplace for people to buy and sell and discover gaming NFTs.
Yes, you heard that right. Fractal is a crypto startup. Fractal is a marketplace for NFTs for games. Go onto the Fractal website and you'll find tons of games where players can buy in-game assets as NFTs. You can buy and sell their NFTs on the platform and use them in the games. As for why he started his YouTube channel, we will never know.
Why I'm making a YouTube channel. I get asked all the time on YouTube, off of YouTube, friends, they're like, why are you doing this? Why does Justin want to create a YouTube channel? And the answer is, well, there's a couple of answers, actually. First, I just love creating content. I've been encouraging all my friends to figure out how do I build that direct channel to my customer base? How do I become somebody that people care about? How do I become a voice in this industry? And because I think it's going to be so much powerful for driving sentiment, getting hires, even in my VC business, I've seen this, especially in this media environment where more and more of media is out to get you. If you're a technology entrepreneur, they're trying to figure out ways to spin the narrative against you. It's really important that you be able to, as a CEO, as a founder of something, be able to talk directly to your customers, your fans, your potential customers, without your message being disintermediated by someone who wants to write it in a way that's very negative or toxic for you.
Michael Sable is another founder of Twitch. He was there with Justin when Twitch was just Justin TV. After Twitch, Michael became the CEO of Y Combinator, where he spends his days dealing with lots of startups. One notable startup Michael famously brought on board was Airbnb. Airbnb's founders were initially reluctant to join Y Combinator, saying they had customers already. but Michael Sable was persistent and managed to get the Airbnb founders into Y Combinator so they could accept the $20,000 seed money to work on Airbnb. The ex-Twitch founder also sits on the board of both Reddit and Dropbox. Our next founder is Kyle Vogt. After his departure from Twitch, Kyle co-founded a new startup called Cruise Automation. It's another self-driving car startup. The difference here is Kyle's startup was acquired by General Motors for over $1 billion in 2021. The reason why General Motors wanted to buy Cruise was to build a robo-taxi startup, like Uber without the Uber drivers. The cars were supposed to drive themselves using AI. It's not going well. Cruise robo-taxis caused an accident just one day after California granted them approval to charge for rides without a human driver on board. Kyle has said there was another accident, but no serious injuries. Around April 2023 this year, they recalled 300 self-driving cars after an update because of a crash risk. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration opened up a safety probe into Cruise after the accident. As for Kyle, he is still the CEO of Cruise, still majority owned by General Motors, and he fully intends to make robo-taxis a reality before Cathie Wood's favorite visionary turns his Teslas into a fleet of self-driving cars. Kevin Lin left Twitch in 2020 to spend time with his loved ones and play video games. Kevin spent his newfound freedom to co-found Gold House, an organization that focuses on networking and exchanging favors among people within the startup community. Since then, Kevin went on to raise $24 million to start Meta Theory, a Web3 metaverse startup. He believes he will succeed where Mark Zuckerberg has failed. Kevin is building games with NFTs embedded in them. Recently, he's been promoting his Dustbreakers game. It looks like a third-person shooter with extra steps. While he's not working on his startup, Kevin's playing Teamflight Tactics, making up for the lost time he spent building the world's best live streaming platform. Our last co-founder of Twitch is Emmett Shear. He's been the CEO of Twitch for 16 years, and he recently stepped down in March 2023. Emmett is the last co-founder to leave the company. He's leaving the company to spend more time with his newborn son. The co-founder is leaving at a time when Twitch suffers from a profitability problem, which they tried to fix through lowering the percentage of revenue its live streamers are able to keep, along with the addition of more ads on Twitch, a move that would prove unpopular among creators within the Twitch ecosystem. Replacing Emmett Shear is Dan Clancy, who has experience working at NASA, Google Search, and a social media startup called Nextdoor. The new CEO has been described as someone who's more product-focused than creator-focused. That might be a problem when Twitch has been making decisions which puts more importance on its advertisers instead of the creators bringing in viewers to the platform. It's only been a few months after Dan became the CEO of Twitch, and he doesn't seem that bad. At least he streams and talks to creators on Twitch. It shows he wants to know what Twitch is about. That's way better than the previous Twitch CEO. Only time will tell if he manages to fix Twitch's problems. I hope you liked the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. It's much appreciated.